Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Walt's Flower Garden Tarot. I woke up with a lot of things that I wanted to do with you today. I'm going to do a few spreads because things are confusing. There was some sense of with the Divine Feminine needing to accept that the person that they're looking at, the person that they believe is their twin flame, their soulmate, who is in fact a soulmate, if not a twin flame, a soulmate, is not coming in. Or if they do come in, it's going to be a long time. How much of your life are you going to wait? Because your life goes on. Right? Do we want somebody that won't pick us immediately? Right? So, all along, the cards have been saying, especially this Goddess Tarot, to release our attachment to outcome. I have to do this in my own life. Like, you can watch this and forget, that I'm a real person too, and I've got my own things that I, of course, I have an attachment to outcome. But sometimes we have to let that go and just let the universe, guide us. So we're still in the full moon energy. So I woke up and I decided to start off using the Goddess Power Tarot deck to do a full moon reading. And it's a spread that will kind of guide us through the next month. And, at first I didn't like doing these specific spreads, but now I'm finding really interesting to do alongside an intuitive spread. So what we do is we put a card down for what is the theme that needs to be shown to me, that the moon needs to show to me, to help me to manifest my highest good. The next card is what do I need to release in order for me to move forward, which is what we're talking about. The next card is what lesson am I harvesting now, and in the next month. And the last card are what opportunities await me. So we pulled some really interesting cards for that. The first one, what's the theme that needs to be illuminated for me to manifest my highest good? And we go, I'm sorry, they're shiny. It's Iris, the goddess of communication. And, we can be really good at just holding things to ourselves. I'm just going to look this up here. That there's no communication between us and our person. Or very little. Or the communication that you're having maybe within your relationship that you have now, you just don't feel like you're being heard. You just don't feel like you're being understood. You need to just release that and find ways to express yourself without consequence. In my practice as an intuitive healer, this is a blue chakra issue too, by the way. In my practice as an intuitive healer, a lot of people come to me, both women and men, who are not able to express. Sorry, we live in the kind of town where quads drive by. But they're not able to express what they're thinking and what they're feeling at their very deepest core level. Because to do so would cause more trouble than what they are prepared to deal with. And so they just tuck that inside, and that resonates as physical symptoms. So you need to find a way to release that, okay? Because once that's released, and once you talk that out or journal that out, you're going to see everything so much more clearly. So I suggest that, especially under this full moon, I mean, we're still under the full moon. It's very slightly waning, but I mean, we're still in the power of the full moon. That this is the day, the night to go for a walk, where nobody can hear you, and just talk it out with that person, with your person. And because your brain, when you talk it out, like you make sound, your brain acknowledges that as dealt with, and also that is a problem-solving technique. As you talk that out with your person that you've imaginarily put beside you, or driving alone in your vehicle or whatever, and talk it out with them. I mean, they're not there, but in your imagination is so powerful. In that conversation, you will deal with that and you will release that. Okay? So that's what because you're feeling so stuck. So, when you start to release this, you can let this flow through. Indigo, see the indigo in her eyes? That also allows then your intuition to come forward, because you're so stuck in all of this and trying to wonder what's going on with him, or looking for readings like, what's he thinking, what's he doing, what's she thinking, what's she doing, are they ever going to break up, are we ever going to get together? Like, I've been waiting and you made promises, or you didn't even make promises, but I feel this and it's got to be my soulmate, and I put my whole life on hold, and now I'm angry and like, do I still wait for you? What? So you gotta let that go and let that flow out, because in doing so, you will release you will release all that junk. You will relieve yourself of all that junk. And when all those clouds are passed by doing this, then you can open yourself up. And interestingly enough, then the third card is for what is my lesson. And then my lesson is to let go of our attachment to outcome here and believe in miracles. So whether you pray, whether you manifest, whether you whatever, the full moon is a time. I mean, this is so beautiful. This is such a beautiful spread. But now, believe in miracles. And to go under the full moon and manifest what you want without attachment to outcome. And giving your power over to Spirit, to God, to whatever it is that you believe in, to pray, to manifest, but not for outcome, to believe in miracles, to think, you know what, I can't imagine anybody else for me, but what if there's somebody way better? Or a situation that is beyond what you could have imagined, right? To believe in the miracles. And then I'm just going to look up this number 5 card here, because the last card is what opportunities await for me. Oh yes, okay. And it's Athena, who's the goddess of knowledge. Notice she has an owl on her shoulder, which is a bird of the night. This is moon energy, right? Okay, so it says here, knowledge is power, and you are in a perfect position to gain greater clarity right now. Okay? Sometimes logic isn't enough to determine the truth in your situation. Right now, things don't add up or make sense. So you may find yourself distrustful. Ingenuity and curiosity are called for as you face the unknown. and believe in miracles. Don't jump to conclusions. All the information has yet to be revealed, and it won't come by force, nor by overthinking or overanalyzing. Athena offers you the alignment task of releasing any projected story or expectations. Release, right? Release outcome, your attachment to outcome. Accepting that you don't have all the facts needed to make an informed choice. Ask for clarity so that you can flow. Remain open and receptive, then wait for the will of the divine to respond. This is the correct and most beautiful strategy right now. And the goddess Athena is ever present to help. Okay? So I'm going to do my reading now. But let's keep this, I'm going to keep these cards here. As a reminder of, so that's our full moon right there. Okay, I'm just going to reach behind. Hopefully I don't lose my card here. Whoop. Anyway, sorry. Okay, so we're going to use the good old Rider-Waite deck. I'm just going to go through these very quickly. I'm just not feeling reversals today, so I just want to go through. A spirit always tells me if it's supposed to be reversed. Okay. I mean, there are times when I really strongly feel like the reading needs reversals, and other times when it's like I'm not feeling that. That's why it's nice to do intuitive readings, because even in my reading, I can release attachment to outcome. I can put cards back, and just recognize that Spirit will throw the cards out if they're needed. I was just thinking, even when you do readings for yourself, I mean, even us, we have attachment to outcome, and so cards will come out. It's like, no, I don't like that one, and I'll put it back in, and it comes back out. It's like, fuck, okay. Right? So, I mean, yesterday's reading was a little bit harsh. It was ugly. It was like, because in the end I asked, like, is this person going to come in? And the answer was probably not. And if they do come in, it's going to be a long wait, a long battle. And so for you to, manifest today, I mean, we don't see the moon where we are, like wherever we are in the world. Some of you might be under the moon now. But, to really, sometimes you have a person or an idea in your mind and you can't see past it. And it feels so right. Even if they're married or even if they're in this ugly situation. And we need to acknowledge that even if they break free of that, in some of these readings, their life partner or their karmic or whatever is a genuinely horrible person. That even if you end up with that person, you have to deal with that terrible woman yourself for the rest of your life. Do you want that? Because it's easy to think about your life just with this person. But remember, they have kids and they have an attachment to a bad person. So is that what you really want? Or can you believe, can you go out under the moon tonight or now, or wherever you are, or go outside and go for a walk and talk this through? Talk it through with your person, imaginary, or talk it through with God, or talk it through with Spirit, or whatever. Just talk it out, whether you're driving or walking. And release that outcome, because understand, yell to Spirit, yell to God. Is there something for me? Please let there be something for me. What's your greatest good for my life? and just leave it at that. And then when you release that attachment outcome, see what flows in. So that's what we're going to talk about now. Spirit, show us what's possible for us. Please show us what's possible for us. What's going on for us now? Full moon energy. What's going on with us right now? Us, not some other person. You know, we're putting too much energy on what's going on with some other person. What's going on for us right now? What's going on for us right now? I might move on to a different deck, but we'll see. Come on. I think there's... Oh, there. What's going on for us right now? It's just if we feel like people are watching. But things are good for us right now. Aside from this one thing. Things are good. Tell us about... Spirit, tell us more about... the collective watching. Tell us about, oh, yeah, going forward. And like I said before, I keep this card. This isn't a tarot card. This is a painting card. But I mean, this is what you're looking forward to in your life, right? Put that in spread, but I'm going to put that just as an energy. You know, to be old and have your grandchildren and... What's going on for us now? Whoop, 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 whoop. Open that out. Check this. Okay. 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 Then we have the Tower. And the Five of Swords. So, you know what? This is us that we're in this energy of, you know what? I've wasted enough time putting all my energy into waiting for something that might never come through. I'm tired of waiting. I'm done. I think I'm done. We're done. There's this thought of, what if just when I'm done and I move on? Like, that's what's kept you from moving on. Is that maybe if you meet somebody, that will be the moment that your person will come through. But, you know, Spirit's like, no. You can't live your life for somebody else. Okay? Can we get some clarification, Spirit, on the Tower and this Five of Swords? Can we get some clarification on what's going on with us right now? Not with others, with us. What's going on with us? Lovers. Okay, while I was shuffling, I was looking at these as like, you know what, that might be somebody wanting to come in that's been waiting for us to have this Tower moment. Because once we release what's not meant for us, or what maybe our soulmates, but we all have our own free will, right? And like, Spirit has... Do you think that Spirit doesn't have plan B? You know, like, it's easy for us to think there's only one person for us, or lots of people say, no, that's a twin flame, and this is this, and this is... You know what? More and more, I don't believe in that. More and more, it's like, our whole life isn't based on somebody else's decisions. We were put onto this planet with specific purpose and our own specific roadmap. Our roadmap doesn't depend on the actions of somebody else. Okay, Spirit, tell us about these lovers then. Let's look into the future, because the future looks like... Okay, that broken heart. Okay, this is getting interesting. Okay, tell us more about the lovers. Tell us more about the lovers, Spirit, and this broken heart. That's a Nine of Swords, by the way. So we've got some sword energy to clarify the lovers. And the lovers to clarify some swords. And a tower. I'm just going to see what's coming out here. Oh. Okay. Wow. Oh, there's a whole bunch. Oh. Wow. Okay. So to clarify the swords... Okay, once you release your attachment to outcome, the lovers can, the will of Spirit can come in, right? The will of Spirit can come in. So then I asked to clarify the lovers, and I get the Three of Hearts, or the Three of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. And then I get the Ace of Wands, the King of Swords, the Nine of Wands, the Ten of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. Like this whole story blurted out. Oh, and there's the Twin Flame. Okay, Spirit. Okay. So the lovers will come in after this. Okay? Like, you have to accept this. And let it go. Because in doing so, then you can have a new beginning, which is fertile and current and active. No, Spirit just said no waiting. No more waiting. What is meant for you is that will come in. There's no waiting. This is the guy. I'm going to clarify him, but I don't see that this is a guy. This is a person that has had you waiting, and I don't believe that this is a man that has had you suffer on his behalf at all. He himself has been through a journey, but he survived it. We've had this energy come through before. And together, there's this Ten of Cups life. With you. I just got a sense of breathing free. right? Because I know people who watch these videos, they are looking for a title. They're looking for a title that will match their attachment to the outcome. This reading is not going to reach a lot of you. If it does, take it really seriously. Because Spirit wants the best for you. And they've brought you to my little tiny channel with, I don't know, like 270 subscribers, whatever, not a lot of subscribers. And I've been doing this less than a year. But I can tell you that my readings that I do for people are dead accurate, dead on. Yeah, because here you are now. Right? This is you. Masculine or feminine, I mean, take that how it resonates. I love when my windows open because it gives you all, some of you might be from big cities or other parts of the world. It gives you kind of a sense of how it sounds to be in a small town in Saskatchewan, Canada. We're not on a busy street, but there's quads that go by, there's big trucks that go by, there's tractors that go by. Queen of Pentacles on the bottom. Because in my head, I just like, what's a potential outcome? And I looked up in this Queen of Pentacles, but I don't think I'm going to take it. You might feel like after tonight, or even right now, you might feel this sudden rush of, that's it, I've had it, I let go. And to be relieved of this attachment. And just moving forward with your life. Quickly. Moving forward with your life. Quickly. Moving forward with your life quickly. It's like, enough is enough. Because this reading is for you. This isn't what somebody else is thinking. Because, Spirit has more waiting for you. You're still going to have times where it's like thinking about this person. But, yeah, the seasons have changed. Okay, Spirit, what other messages do you have for our people that are looking for miracles? Waiting for miracles, anticipating miracles. It takes a lot of strength to let go of your attachment to outcome and to let things flow and to really believe in miracles. It's one thing to go out and to say, I want this and this and this and this. But for a miracle to happen, for you to manifest it, you need to believe that what you've put out to the universe will come back. You need to believe it. But let me tell you, what you put out negative or positive will come back. So make sure you put out the positive. And this doesn't mean to curse anybody, because that's going to come back on you. Okay? Don't do that. Don't say, I hope that they break up and like that bitch goes to... No. Don't do that and expect that you're going to have a miracle. There we go. I knew that we'd have a moon. I knew that we'd have the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun. Huh. What else does Spirit want us to know? The seasons have changed. The Moon and the Sun. That is the true masculine and the true feminine. Things that have been hidden in the shadows will be revealed. And all your dreams will come true. but manifest under this moon. No cursing. No attention on somebody else. Just on you. No, Spirit just said that's it. Spirit just said that's it. They said open up the deck for your final card, and it's the Ace of Cups. With or without somebody, with or without another person, you have an Ace of Wands and an Ace of Cups. You have abundant beginnings. Once you release this terrible weight of anticipation based on what somebody else is going to do. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to just reread this, Athena, because that is what opportunities, like what can we look forward to in this month if we do this work. Yeah, that you're in a perfect position to gain greater clarity at this time. Logic isn't enough to determine the truth of your situation. Things don't add up or make sense, right? So don't jump to conclusions, because all the information you don't have right now. The alignment task is of releasing your attachment to outcome. Release your projected story or expectations and accept that you don't have all the facts needed to make an informed choice. Ask for clarity. Remain open and receptive and wait for the will of the divine to respond. Okay? All right. Love you to pieces. Be brave. Thanks. Bye.